Hi guys, so today what we are going to do is we are going to glaze our pendants that we made a few weeks back. They look a little different than how they looked when we made them. We used white clay, but at the time the clay was kind of gray, right? Well, this has gone into the kiln and baked for an entire day at really, really high temperatures. So now it is fragile, which means that if I drop it, it'll break. But this is going to stay this shape unless it is shattered. If we dropped the clay before it went into the kiln, if I added water to it, it would turn back into like clay mud. Right now, if I were to drop this, it would shatter and break. This has been bisque fired, kind of like Bisquick, but it is called a bisque firing. So it has already gone through the kiln once. We're about to put it through the kiln again. What we are going to do today is we're going to glaze it with these super fun type of glazes. Let's see if you can get a good close-up of that. So it's going to look glassy. They're going to have some different types of colors and textures and dots on the outside. Okay, and some of them I have pictures of them for you. I don't have them all though, so just bear with me. I am going to use this cappuccino mint today. So it'll look kind of like brown, green, kind of cool, speckly. So the glaze is basically colored mud. These crystal glazes have what I refer to as kind of like a kitty litter texture inside of them. That is what crackles in the kiln and bursts and creates those really fun colors like you see there. So what you're going to do is with a scrap piece of paper down, much bigger than that, but that's the closest thing I had. I'm going to do a coat over my pendant. I'm also going to get the sides of my pendant. That's very important. Now this is going to dry really quickly because the white clay underneath is thirsty. It's super dry. It's sucking all that moisture out of there really fast. So did you see how it's already starting to dry a little bit up there? I want 2 decent coats of this. So I'm going to go ahead and put another one on. Okay. Then I'm going to wipe my brush as clean as I can. And this is going to go into sink 1. You are going to have water containers with sponges. I'm just going to set it over here actually. It is very important that we get all the glaze off the bottom of this. So I would wait for this to dry, but I would then take my sponge and wipe that off. All the way off. Has to come off because what happens is this glaze melts in the kiln. And when it melts, it attaches to whatever surface it is touching. So if these are sitting down on the kiln shelf and your glaze melts and attaches to your pendant and the kiln shelf, guess what's going to happen? Your pendant is going to get stuck to the shelf, and we don't want that. What we're going to do after this is we're going to carry this then back to our tray. We're going to close up our glaze. You're going to return your glaze. You're going to put your water in sink 1. You're going to put your brushes in sink 1, and your scratch paper, which is bigger than this, is going to go in the garbage. Our tables then need to be somewhat cleaned off so that the next group coming in can use them.